All right, we're live. It is the Mina's House podcast, episode 182. I'm Mina SayWhat.
Dexter.
So Garnett is out today, but we have a special guest joining us a little later. Her name is Toya. If you're a longtime listener of the pod, you will remember her. She's been on here a couple of times. And Toya, Dex, and myself used to actually be on another podcast together called Patty and the Millennials. So it's like reunited and it feels so good when Toya joins us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we also have Moose, an Impact wrestler for all my wrestling fans out there joining us today. I got this guest specifically for Dex because he's such a big wrestling fan, and he's not WWE, but he is a big wrestler in the division that he's in. He's in Impact Wrestling. And I actually went to college with him. So
really?
We went to school together.
Look, I'm one of those people who I'm always hating on other colleges and stuff like that. But Syracuse, y'all really breed greatness over there. Like, that's amazing.
Hello. Thank you, Dexter. It's nice that someone acknowledges it. And it's funny, there's so many people that I know, people like that do something somewhat, public that I met in school. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, how do you know this person? I'm like, oh, I know that person since college.
Yeah.
So Moose is one of those people. And it's weird. So I met him when he was a football player. I don't know how many people know, but he started off as a football player. And, when we're in college, we're all doing stuff like he played on the football team. I was on the radio in college, but you don't know it's actually going to become like your life. Yeah. So he actually went on to play professional football for the Patriots, for the Colts. He got drafted and everything, and then transitioned into wrestling. So we'll talk to Moose when he joins us a little bit later, and Toya, of course, when she joins as well. So it is 182nd episode. Let's hop into what's in our feed. A lot of conversation, cancel culture this week. It feels like every other week, someone's getting canceled, something's getting canceled. So this week, they're talking about the Destiny's Child song, Cater to You. The lyrics are, let me cater to you, my baby. This is your day. So it's about a woman catering to her man, doing things for her man, tying his do-rag. Actually, I'm going to pull up the lyrics right now.
Okay.
She's just basically making him, feel good. It says, baby, I see you working hard. I want you to know that I'm proud. I want to let you know that I admire what you do. And it basically just says, let me sit back, take off your shoes. Let me take off your cufflinks. Let me feed you. Let me sing you a song. Let me brush your hair. Let me rub your foot. Do you want a manicure? Baby, let me cater to you.
Yeah. I think just remembering what the lyrics are, there's one part that really sticks out to me. One of them says, my life will be purposeless without you.
Yes.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Is that line? Is that why the song got canceled?
That's the one right there. My purposeless, really?
You know what, though? I agree with that one particular line. We should not revolve our purpose around one person. But think about being deeply in love and you find your soulmate and you're like, what would I do without you? And you become so such a team that it's like, what would my purpose be? How would I get through life? Imagine that kind of hardcore love. I think that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about you just met dude and 2 weeks later you let him drive your car. He eating all your food. He's sitting up in your house. He paying no rent. That's not what they're talking about. In my opinion, this song is about a deep love and a partnership with someone. It doesn't necessarily mean that the man's not going to do it back. It just means she's going to do it for her man.
I don't disagree with you, actually. I think that's 100% what they're talking about. I think it sucks, but I think cancel culture is bored. I think it started off and there were some very high profile people that were canceled and they needed to be canceled and they still do need to be canceled. But when we start focusing on lyrics and songs from 2006, I think we are jumping off the deep end at this point. And if we really want to go back to that era and start focusing on songs, we might want to just erase the entire music catalog.
Hello.
Because everybody was saying some stuff.
Hello. I mean, I could think of a couple of songs we could have canceled. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl.
They're not talking about a bird. They're definitely not talking about a bird.
I don't know why that was a song that popped into my head, but there's so many misogynistic songs that we could have canceled instead of this song. I don't think that one's purpose should be their partner, but I don't think that line warrants canceling this whole song. No. I don't think there's anything wrong with catering to your man as long as it's not a one-way street and it's happening back.
Yeah, for whatever reason, how Drop Down and Get Your Eagle On, Girl was the song that popped into you. Billie Jean is the one that popped into me. And it's just like, this is a song about somebody denying the paternity of a child. Like, do we really want that to still be out there? Like, just leave it alone.
Right. So, I mean, I they tried to cancel it. I think Michelle really clapped back and said, let me actually pull up exactly what she said. Because I thought she was, she kind of illustrated very eloquently kind of what I thought when I saw this, because she kind of made the distinction like this is not about someone that you just meet. This is about a great love. She said.
How she know? She wrote it.
She said, "Oh, honey, you didn't discern who you were catering to, and you gave your little pearls to swine." Don't be mad at Destiny's Child. So I think she is.
So you should give your pearls to whoever will take them at this point.
That's not nice.
I hate clapbacks. I hate when people feel the need to clap back at somebody. It's not necessary. Just forget these. I bet you Beyonce won't clap back.
I was gonna say Beyonce don't need to clap back. First of all, this song will never get canceled just because Beyonce's in the song. I don't care who tries. I don't care what kind of hashtag y'all get going. This is Beyonce's song, okay? This is not getting canceled. So yeah, people I guess just want to find stuff. I did see a lot of people saying, I don't know what you talking about, but we not canceling this song. So it's kind of getting to the point where it could literally be like 6 people that want to cancel one thing, and then all of a sudden it's like on all the headlines, cancel culture. I'm like, it's 6 people.
Yes. they made an impact.
Right. So moving on, I thought this was a little ridiculous. Young Bleu got criticized for giving his sister a Chrysler. Mind you, his sister's very young. This is his first child. This is her first car. So it's like, he felt the need to defend himself and say, my sister don't even got her license. This is her first car. This is her, I guess the car that you make all your mistakes with, right? You crash it, you get drunk, you do all kinds of stuff in this car you're not supposed to be doing. You go in the back seat and do some things and get the seats all messed up. But I was just like, why? Is anybody clocking what kind of car he gets his sister?
I feel like this happened before, and I want to say it was like J. Cole or somebody like that. Like years ago, they bought a family member a car, and people like went off on them about the type of car that it was. And I remember at the time being like, but he bought the person a car. It doesn't matter what kind of car. If somebody bought me a car, I'm grateful for it. It's a car. Like, it is what it is. However, fast forward into 2021. We're in 2021. I feel like it's okay to say something bad about it, because at the end of the day, we know you make so much money and you bought this girl this car. You could have done better. And the thing is, if I didn't know about it, I couldn't comment on it. You should have posted it. You posted it, so now we are allowed to give an opinion on it. Back in the day, I think it's like, leave the people alone, like whatever. But now, if you're posting stuff and you know how the world is, you know how people are, you got to be open to it. You got to take what you get.
I don't know. I feel like people are very entitled in today's world. And it's like, it don't matter how much money I'm making. You're not my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, the only responsibility that I have to support anybody in this life, in my opinion, is my child. Okay. So it's like, I don't think anybody's entitled to a car. And if you, out of the goodness of your heart, go out of your way to buy a family member a car, whether it be your mother or your sister or your brother or your cousin or whatever, that's a nice gesture and shouldn't be criticized.
Well, don't post it on social media unless you want our opinions on it. If you post it on social, we get to have an opinion on it.
Right.
So if you people out there, you buy your mom a house, it better be a nice house and a nice place. Otherwise,
That's ridiculous.
Well, then don't post it. Like, do it and out of the kindness of your heart and keep it right there in your heart. But you post it on social media, we gonna have an opinion about it.
That's terrible. That is terrible. You ain't buy yourself or your house. You ain't buy your own car, but you want to complain. No. What is happening to this world? They're like, it's not a Mercedes. What do you mean? You know how expensive Mercedes are? If I give you a Mercedes and the brakes break or you crash it, you know how expensive those cars are? Do you have the money to fix a Mercedes? That's gonna fall on me.
You do though. You got it.
No, I'm not gonna buy you that. You can you normally afford this car? No. Can you afford the maintenance that comes with the car? No. I'm not getting you a luxury car. No.
I will say though, and this is why you got to be careful what you post, because when people post that, then they start to defend stuff, and when you defend, you tell on yourself. Why did you buy this girl a car in general if she don't got a license?
Yeah.
Why you do that?
Yeah. And then I just think she should be super grateful for her first hoopty car, which mine was something that I bought from a used car lot. You know what I'm saying? I had to change all the parts internally. It had, 150,000 miles on it. It had scratches and dents. It smelled funny inside. It's like for your first car to be a brand new Chrysler, I think that people need to be really thankful for that.
No, I agree. I do agree with that.
Talking about she need a Mercedes. She don't need no damn Mercedes for her first. And does she have Mercedes money to upkeep it?
Right.
Because then that's another bill. That's how people go broke. Y'all listen, y'all think no. Y'all put in all these artists. He ain't Rihanna. He ain't J. Cole. He ain't Jay-Z. He has one song. He's working on building a catalog. At this point, you're not in the business of giving people Mercedes. You know
Absolutely
what I'm saying?
Not. Absolutely.
Because
I'm with you.
You got to build your catalog and make sure that you have money coming in every week, every month, and then maybe you can buy these expensive gifts. But you got one hit, and I'm not trying to downplay Young Bleu at all. He got
it's not downplay. It's being realistic.
But he has one major hit with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because he has been working for a long time, and it's not like this. It's not like he had this hit song out of nowhere. He has a catalog of music and he's been putting in the work, but he just has one song that's making him a lot of money right now. And you need to work and get more than one song. And when that's the case, then you can buy the people that you love really expensive things. Until then, I don't think there's anything wrong with being on a budget.
Don't feel the pressure to impress these people on social media. Your sister is probably more than grateful for that card. Don't worry about these people on social media, but also stop posting stuff like that.
Yeah, don't run yourself broke trying to keep up with the Joneses in social media just so you can be like, I gave my sister a Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
What? Bye. Okay. Speaking of social media, there's rumors that Saweetie and James Harden are dating. I do not believe these rumors. At first, I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, this is ridiculous. There's no way. But then another story came out and said that he had cashed app her $100,000. So I was like, well, damn. And then James Harden actually said, no, stop capping, stop lying, stop speaking on my life. I don't normally address stuff. $100,000, beat it. So he said he ain't send her $100,000, but we still don't know if he's dating her or not. Now, I wanted to talk about this, Dex, because I actually was around one of my other friends and she had told me that this guy had sent her money to get her attention. Okay. He had sent her $500. So I feel like this is becoming a thing with Cash App. And, now when you could go live, you can put your badges up there and people could donate badges. We have OnlyFans. There's a thing where people actually if they're trying to get your attention, they send you a lot of money. Yeah. Is this cool?
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
You like this?
Yeah, because you know what? I mean, I don't have $500 to just drop in a club to send to someone. But I mean, it's the equivalent of buying somebody a drink in a more kind of respectful way. Because you know how you'll buy a girl a drink in the bar, but you don't know, she might not drink. She might not be into drinking. She might be sober or whatever. So it's I just send you a couple dollars. And if you like drinks, maybe you can buy one for yourself or, I'll cover your dinner for you. I like a gesture like that. I like the idea and the notion of that because it's I'm going to put the ownership in your hand. And I definitely think a person will respond to you more if you give them cash than giving them anything else.
I just think, okay, if I was on the receiving end of the cash, I'm definitely not complaining. But I just think, like, where are we getting to as women where all it takes to get our attention is you throw money at me?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where I'm going. Like, because look, I would not be mad if someone sent me $500, $100,000. I could barely get someone to send me five. You know?
Well, you did cash up on the thing, and people
did send me money, yes. So, but it was like I feel like there's a responsibility that comes with that money. If you send me money, I'm gonna be like, that's on you, bro. You send me money, I don't have to respond to you. I would just say thank you, because that's how I'm built. But I feel like when they're sending the money, it's because there's an expectation that you want something in return for the money. No one's gonna send you $500 for nothing. So it's like, now you feel responsible to have to engage with this person. That's what I feel like is like a slippery slope. Like, are you paying for my attention? What's going on with that? Where's your swag at?
Now, what would you rather? Because there's expectations regardless. Would you rather the guy have an expectation because he bought you a $13 drink? Or would you rather him have an expectation because he gave you $500? At the end of the day, I'd rather leave home with that $500.
But there's different levels.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a $13 drink, that's not going to hurt your pocket. That's not a big investment, right? You could throw that away. You spend that at the Starbucks every day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like a $500 or $100,000. Now, he said this is not true, but just hypothetically, that's an investment. And you're not just gonna throw this money away. I mean, if you James Harden, maybe you want to throw this money away because you don't know what else to do with it. But
you've seen Saweetie though, like that is worth the investment. Like, I don't blame him.
Well, I just, when I first heard about this, I was like, it's cool. It would be nice to be on the receiving end of give me money. But my mother used to always say, when someone gives you something, they're going to expect something in return, especially money, and it's like, they might not have an immediate expectation, but just understand that when you take that money, you're opening yourself up for somebody to want something in return, because that's the kind of world that we're in.
Yeah.
Maybe someone got Drake money. If I feel like Drake just be giving out money because he don't know what to do with his money.
Clearly he does. We've seen the video.
But everybody ain't like that. So it's like, I was telling my friend, like, girl, so you started talking to him because he sent you $500? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, how about if you ain't like him? Like, she was like, well, he's kind of cool. And I'm like, well, you just met him. Like, but my whole thing was like, where are we in today's world where that's how someone approaches you? Like, you don't got to say the right things. You don't have to have no personality. Like, you don't have to carry a conversation with me. All the things that, that would set you apart from other people if I were meeting you in real life. All you got to do is send me money these days.
Everybody's not doing that. So you send $500, believe me, she's going to remember you. You send a girl $500, she's going to remember exactly who you are, because a lot of guys are not doing that like that. I am not doing that. So I think that makes him pretty memorable. And I think that she may want to have more conversations with him because of that.
Hey, Toy. Welcome, Latoya to the Mina's House podcast. Looking all clean, fresh out the shower. We can't hear you, boo. But you are not muted. So, Toy, can you hear us? You can hear us?
Oh, it's just connected.
There it is. It's connecting to audio. But yeah, to me, if I was on the receiving end of that money, hey, welcome, boo.
Hi, love. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
No, girl.
Your skin is really glowing, which leads me to believe that somebody might have sent you a couple dollars. Toya, if you were in a club and the guy said, "What's your cash app?" and sent you $500, would you give him your number or like take him serious to date?
No, I'll take the money though.
Hello. This is what I'm saying.
I'm taking the money because I'm like, you want some? Do you think I'm a prostitute?
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I literally just said that. Like, where are we where all it takes is for you to throw money at me and then I got to show you attention? Like, what happened to building a conversation and having a good personality and looking me in the eye and looking good? Like all the things that attract women. You just gonna throw money at me? I just think it's lazy.
Is that how you got your wife, Dex?
I already said I don't got the money to be sending out to nobody. Like I have to rely on personality because the checks ain't cashing like that.
They not cashing.
So we were talking about this because James Harden allegedly has sent Saweetie $100,000. Okay. He said that's a lie, but I was telling Dex that my old one of my friends was telling me that this guy that she was talking to, he sent her $500 to her Cash App, and like she felt like she had to talk to him. She started talking to him, and I was like, girl, that's way too easy. So if you send me money now, there's like an expectation that I have to like show you attention. A person like me, I'll be like, well, thank you for the money. Yeah. But in my friend's situation, it actually got her attention. So I was like, is this where we are in life?
I mean, I guess it's kind of somewhat been like that. Maybe some guys are trying to see if you're a gold digger and you're going to take it. I don't know. What's the psyche behind this, Dex, since you're a man? Like, why would you lead? I guess it's kind of the same thing with men that lead with their money. They lead with the things that they have. Girl, I'll fly you out. So I'm guessing for certain females, maybe of a certain age, that's attractive. But
you said, what's the intention? You said, what's the intention behind it? Get the draws.
Vagina.
Get the draws. That's
right. Get the vagina.
That's all we want out of it.
I think I would have more respect if a dude was like, listen, I'm trying to see what that thing do.
No, you won't. No, you would not. You'd be like, if somebody just came up to you and was just like, oh, what's up with it? Like, you'd be like, I'm offended. We have to do something to woo y'all. And like a lot of us wine and dine. Some of us send a drink. Some of us rely on personality. Some of us don't got time for all that. We're going to send you a couple dollars and what's up with it.
Well, if you're just upfront about it,
Okay, but now I understand how. Now I see why y'all said it's prostitution.
But what I'm saying is, if you gonna send me $500 from the rip, just expect that that's what I need all the time. Like, you can't come into a situation and offer something and then not keep up with it. Like, if this is the foundation that you want to send, then understand that we're building this foundation on you sending me money, and you're gonna have to continue to send me money. If you can't keep up with that lifestyle, don't send me no money. Because this is how you start in a relationship.
Yeah.
Don't fake it. Don't fake it.
Well, here's the thing. If you really don't have it, you shouldn't be leading with that anyway. Because again, like you said, I mean, you're going to have to keep up this lifestyle. And listen, for the men who might feel guilty about it, it ain't tricking if you got it. Get out your feelings. You good, boo?
So I was waiting for Dex to join us because Toya to join us because I wanted to talk about Dexter's hair. So Dex, whoa, we got waves. Wait a minute.
Right? Finally.
Okay. Atlantic Ocean out here. You got these waves, bro.
Was that was your version of the hair tuck, Dex?
Yeah. Like y'all be like this.
So Dexter didn't have a lot of hair at the top. I went on Instagram and saw that Dexter was doing some experiment, and I thought you were getting hair plugs. I don't know what was going on, but Dexter, what did you do to your hair?
So you guys, when we record this show, we put it. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. There's clips of it often, and like every show, I either have a head on or like I'll like put the screen up where you can't really see the top of my head because like I'm starting to like thin in the middle of my head. And it got to a point where it's just like, this is almost embarrassing that it's like that. And I know there's so many guys that deal with the same thing or whatever, but like for me, it just going bald is not what I wanted to do at this moment. And I'm getting married next month. And I'm like, I don't want to be in my wedding pictures with like dye or short hair or whatever. So I want to find another solution. So I found a barber who actually does male units. And like that's what it is. So like it's not one of those things where it's like a wig that you put on or whatever. It's just like this, like it's like you know how girls call it like leave out. It's like that. It's like my real hair is all on the sides or whatever, and then he like lays down hair and cuts it up or whatever, and he makes hair. Like it's just that's what it is.
So is this a wig? Do you take this off every night?
No, you have to like tie it down at night or whatever. But no, you can't take it off. It's actually strings of hair, like it's like how it looks like straight up, whatever. It's actually just like strands that are put in like that.
So is it sewed in, glued in? I don't understand.
It's glued on, not in, on.
You got your little quick weave.
Yeah, because they shave your head and the top of it. The top of your head is shaved completely, and then they keep some stuff on the sides to blend it in, and then they put this stuff on there.
I'm so amazed.
Yeah.
Do you think you would not have been as comfortable walking down the aisle bald?
Look, I'm fine. So like if I would have walked down the aisle bald like that, it just would have been what it would have been. Like, however, it's just something about like when I think about what I look like, I always envision myself with hair. I never envisioned myself like bald headed. And like usually I would like dye it or whatever, and I could get away with it. And after the wedding, I'm not gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna dye it or whatever. But like, yeah, for me overall, it's kind of one of those things where it's like I just can't be bald headed. I'm not ready for it.
Mina, I
40.
think we need to talk him into being comfortable with being bald headed after this wedding because I want more for you. I don't want you to be looking like Trump's boy, sweating and it just coming all of the dye just dripping. I don't want you to have that kind of drip Dex.
I will say though, one of the craziest things is like dating a woman and knowing that you guys both have to tie your hair down at night. Like that is an insane situation.
Do you wear a bonnet?
Basically.
Are you going outside with your bonnet?
Well, this morning I had a meeting at work, and I refuse to get out of the car with like my hair not taken care of. So I don't take the do-rag. It's like a do-rag type thing. I don't take it off until I get to where I need to be.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I am so what is this procedure called?
Not the procedure.
Well, he calls it a haircut. He just calls it a haircut, but
it's not it has to have a name. Like you go in there and say, let me get the pasty or whatever. What is it
like the way this was set up, I sent him a picture because I saw him do it to somebody else, and I was like, I need this done. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, what time are you available for your cut? And I swear I was thinking to myself, I hope he doesn't think he's cutting. Like, you are going to give me some hair. Like, that's what it was. It was like a haircut. Because I think a lot of guys are really insecure about it. So they don't call it what it is or whatever. They're just going to call it a haircut or something like that to make it seem a little bit more like normal, I guess.
I'm going to need you to find out what you got on your head, Dexter. Because
I don't know who it comes from. Well, they call it like you. Well, I don't think there's an official like name just because guys are so afraid to call it what it is. Like you have fake hair on top of your head. Like, you have weed.
So how do you take this off? Do you gotta get the glue?
Like
the glue removal?
He'll take the whole thing off and then like you just wash it, the glue will wash off. That's why you can't really get it wet because the glue will wash off. So
what you're using? You using regular like wig glue?
I don't know what he uses.
I'm gonna need you to do more research.
I'm not the barber. I don't even know what the regular barbers use. I don't know.
You just did something to the top of your head and you don't know what they did.
The only thing I need to know is that my hairline is straight and my hair is dark. That's all I care about.
That's crazy, Dad. I mean, I get it. These pictures last forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get why you would go through all of that, but I just never thought we'd see the day where this is where we are. Like men are really enhancing themselves the way that women do.
Some of them. A lot of guys will still be like, I would never do that. That's ridiculous. My dad is like that. My dad is like, I can't believe you did that. Like, that is crazy. That is ridiculous. That's for girls. Okay, well, it's in my head now, so I guess it's for boys too, buddy.
It's necessarily for girls, but just out here, like dating life, if I meet somebody on the street, hey, you looking like a John, like, okay. Nice shape up, this and that. And the next minute I see you looking like George Jefferson.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, that's what y'all been doing for decades.
come out looking like Jordan. This sewing is going to come out and she's going to be laid under the sewing. And do know that. It's not going to be George Jefferson.
Toya, sometimes y'all jump in water, a different person comes out. Y'all jump in, Ariel, come out Ursula. I'm just saying, like that's how.
I can't. Oh my God. Well, look, Dex, it looks incredible. It looks real.
Yes.
It looks like you comb it every day and you got waves.
Not comb it.
It looks legit. There's no judgment here. I think you are leading the charge for men.
Yes.
And aesthetics when it comes to men. To your point, women do it too. Fake lashes, fake, there's fake teeth out here, fake bodies, everything. There's fake everything. So why can't men join in?
Mina, now that you say, go ahead.
Say that because you say that, and then guys are going to start taking it too far. I think I'm okay with the hair stuff. It stops there because you keep talking to these men, they're going to start getting fake pecs. They're going to start doing fake penis stuff.
They're doing it already.
It's too much, and I don't want that kind of man. I'm sorry. If we sit having dinner, we just talk about random, and he'll be like, or we're just in the house. I might see a certain part of your leg, and I'm like, oh, what's that scar? And if he said, oh, I had lipo, what? It ends there. It's done.
Wait, so if you have your perfect man, right? He has everything. He has the job, the family life. He has morals and values. He treats you the way you want to be treated. Your mama likes him. Your daddy likes him. The whole family. He fits right in. Literally, like the sex is banging. Like he checking everything off. He tall, dark, and handsome. He got lips. He eat it right. Girl, he is this is your perfect man.
Okay.
And he's 300 pounds. You wouldn't support this liposuction? You wouldn't support this liposuction?
I'll support you with Weight Watchers, but I'm not supporting you with no liposuction. Can we curse on here?
We try not to, but go ahead.
All right, I'm about to say the donkey. Get your donkey out to the gym.
Oh, get your ass. You can say get your ass. Get your ass to the gym.
Get your ass to the gym with me, and we'll work on this together. We'll motivate each other. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Now, maybe Mina, if he was the perfect man, had all of those attributes that you said, later on, I found out that he had lipo to get that body right. I would pull a Kris Jenner when she married Caitlyn. Well, back then it was Bruce, and tell him, don't tell nobody this.
It's between us. That's between us. Don't open it. For me, if I ever got lipo, well, I'm different though. I probably would want people to know. But typically, I think that if you do something like that, just keep that between you and the surgeon.
Yeah. Please don't.
To be honest, ideally you wouldn't want that, but it's like women are doing it. I just think it's unfair if you're doing stuff to enhance yourself to judge somebody else who's doing it. That's just how I feel. Like it can't be this double standard, So that so if you got a fake body, you can't be mad at your man for having a fake body. You ain't get your ass in the gym and did the work, so don't be judging him because he ain't do it either.
You're absolutely right, Mina.
So would I like it? No, but if push comes to shove and you're the perfect man and the one thing is that and you want to get lipo, I am supportive, baby. You need me to drive you to the hospital? What you need me to do? You need me to clean your womb out, the little hole that it leaves. You leave me to clean the drain, whatever you need, baby. He gonna be out here. What?
Give you fresh bandages.
Yes.
I
got you, boo. You got everything else. You can't listen. You got to pick your poison, man.
What you got to do?
I got it, and he was still in the ocean with the t-shirt on. So
right.
Oh. Can't be too supportive.
Yeah, nah, take that t-shirt off. I need to see it. Well, I don't know where our guest is. So I guess we'll just call it a podcast. This whole podcast was like the podcast that everything happens. Garnett can't come. Toya, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
On short notice.
Yes.
So while we do have some time, though, I do have a question for you guys. There is this trend that's been going on lately now with guys and their length of their shorts. Like guys are like, usually your shorts about like 9 inches. They're starting to wear like 7 inches. Like the shorts are very short now. Have you guys noticed that? Have you seen that trend happening?
No.
So Nike just released these new shorts, and they're like gym shorts for the summertime, and they're about 7 inches long. They go like they're above the knee for men. And a lot of guys are wearing this and they're talking about it and they're saying that I'm not going to wear shorts that go past my knee or whatever. What do you guys think about guys wearing shorts that are shorter than what you're used to? Like the standard would probably be at the knee or maybe even a little over the knee. Now these are a couple inches from the knee.
Do they look like briefs?
No, they're like regular shorts.
Like boxers? Are they that tight? It depends on how tight they are.
Not tight. No, they're just shorts.
I don't know about that. I don't want to see your whole thigh. I just
so like these.
Oh, they're short.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't do that. I need some length with the shorts. I see his whole I don't know. So I feel like short shorts is a woman thing. I'm being mad stereotypical, but
so that length doesn't bother me as much. But again, I'm not for people following just the trend because it's a trend. Make sure that trend fits the body that you're putting it on.
It's usually bigger guys who do it though. Like a lot of I'll send y'all some pictures. Bigger guys are like into this. Like they like their shorts a lot shorter now.
I'm not with it. It just looks like you're wearing underwear if it's too tight. Like if it was a little bit loose, I think I don't have a problem with it, but your shorts shouldn't be shorter or as short as my shorts. Like you're a man and then like your penis gonna be hanging off on the side.
And I don't want to see no man cheeks. Like if for a guy, if it's a possibility
that short
come out, then just say no.
I mean, he could be that long. I'm just saying.
But I think you guys will see a lot more of this summer, and like you'll see a lot of people who have on shorts that are very short in places, and you'll even see the like underwear, not necessarily underwear, but the compression shorts under them, and you'll actually see the compression shorts. That's how short the shorts are. Like that's a thing. Like, and it's
I'm sorry. That is the equivalent of a girl like showing her thong in the jeans. No, men, please don't do this. This is not a trend. Stop.
Okay.
What is it what's wrong with regular, length shorts? I don't understand why everything needs to change.
Because we've been in the gym working on our calf muscles, and we want y'all to see them.
Well, this isn't fashion always just come and repeats itself, because in the 80s and the 70s, especially like probably later 70s and 80s, it was normal for men to wear them short shorts, and then they would wear the mesh see-through shirts, and it'd be bellies. I'll never forget one day I saw an old picture of my dad, and I'm sure it's in my closet now. I wish I could have prepared for that. And one day I saw that's exactly what he had on.
He had a belly shirt on?
I was like, Dad, I got to talk to you about something. And he was like, what? What happened? I said, y'all, you was doing belly shirts back in the day in Daisy Dukes. This is what men's was wearing.
Men's was wearing.
As long as it's not that short, I can kind of go with it if it's packaged nicely.
Okay.
I can't do I'm like when people started wearing skinny jeans, it took me a while to even get on board with that.
Yes.
It's just something about men and their clothes being too tight. And now, obviously it's more trendy, and I don't mind the muscle shirts, if you have the body for it, and jeans that are a little bit tighter, but it's just getting tighter and smaller and tighter. And I'm like, you got like a damn onesie on almost, like the onesies that the girls be wearing, the short onesies, like your pants is, your shorts is tight, your shirt is tight. What is happening?
A little romper action.
Right.
Oh, no. If you got a romper on, don't speak to me. So I'm on my Kanye. Don't talk ever.
I think they're gonna have to wear a big shirt, like you can't wear a short shorts and then a tight shirt. I think you have to wear like a t-shirt, because then you literally got a onesie on, like it's gonna blend, and then I'm gonna see the silhouette of your body. Like, that's too much. I can't with my man doing
Not
that.
the silhouette.
Yes.
Look, fresh out of lipo with a wig and a silhouette.
Right. No. Mm-mm.
It's too much.
Well, thank you guys for joining the pod. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about, or you guys want to add?
Just thank you for having us.
Yeah, this was fun.
Shout out to Moose. I don't know what happened, but so Toy, the wrestler, he's like a Impact wrestler. I went to college with him.
Okay.
So it's crazy because now he's like people know who he is, and I'll never forget, he was wrestling before the pandemic in Philly at like this venue, and he had invited me. And I mean, I'm not really that into wrestling. Like, I know WWE, but I don't know like the different divisions, like Impact Wrestling and stuff like that. And I went, and I'm like, this guy's a huge star. He had a little chant, he had a little section of people, and I was like, and it was being broadcasted on TV, and I was like, what is this? Yeah, so we went to college together, and he's like a big wrestling guy in that arena. So I had asked him to come on, so we can kind of talk about it, because I didn't know much about it. But
yeah, I would have had so many good questions for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and then he played football like professionally, and then transitioned to wrestling. So
which is common. A lot of them do that. A lot of them have football back, because like the build and like the travel schedule and stuff like that, it's the same or similar, so they're used to that.
I didn't know that. I thought it was interesting that he pivoted from one sport to the other, because normally when people are done with one sport, they're done.
Yeah.
But maybe we can get him on a future podcast, and I hope everything's okay with him. So
yeah, I hope so too. If you could, I'd like to join that episode, because I have all the questions.
Yes, Boo, we're gonna invite you back.
Okay.
So Toya used to come on the podcast a lot, remember, back in the day. But then it became like 4 of us, and then it was like a lot. But yeah, I mean, we definitely have to rotate you in, and when Moose comes back on, we'll have you back on the episode. So
okay.
All right, guys, thank you, Toy, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The 182nd episode of the Mina's House podcast. I'm Mina SayWhat.
Dex Stucky.
Bye, guys.
Latoya Charleston.